Imagine this. You step into an office, no computers, no internet, no air conditioning, and absolutely zero privacy. The deafening clatter of typewriters fills the air, tobacco smoke drifts beneath soaring ceilings, and every single move you make is watched by your boss. Welcome to a time trip 100 years back inside an American office in the 1920s. How on earth did earlier generations survive and build an economic powerhouse in such an intense environment? Join Old Photo History as we uncover this fascinating piece of history right now. The 1920s, the Roaring Twenties, an era of economic boom and rapid urbanization. Skyscrapers rose swiftly across New York and Chicago, bringing thousands of white-collar workers into city centers every day. Most workspaces back then were built on a concept called the Bullpen, or the open-plan office. Dozens, even hundreds of desks lined up side by side in one massive room. No partitions, no cubicles. Behind large glass walls sat the managers, standing silently and watching your every move. The office soundscape was a chaotic industrial symphony. The relentless clatter of typewriters, the sharp ringing of metallic phones, and a constant hum of chatter. In the scorching summer heat, slow ceiling fans and open windows were the only relief. And in the winter, steam radiators in the corners hissed endlessly, filling the room with suffocating heat. No mechanical keyboards, no Word documents. The ultimate power tool of the era was the typewriter. Names like Underwood, Royal, and Remington were the tech giants of the 1920s. But typing back then was brutal physical work. Heavy cast-iron keys required strong finger pressure just to stamp ink onto paper. Made a typo, you had to take a hard rubber eraser and scrub obsessively until the ink faded away. Need duplicates? You had to layer carbon paper between pages. One small mistake meant ink smudges everywhere, and you had to start all over again. And how did they send messages between floors? Forget email. Big buildings used a cutting-edge technology, pneumatic tubes. Documents were packed into small cylinders, stuffed into metal pipes, and whoosh, air pressure blasted them to another department in seconds. Every now and then, a classic candlestick phone would ring. You picked up, but you couldn't dial directly. Every call went through switchboard operators, sitting at giant PBX panels, rapidly plugging and unplugging cords to connect you to the outside world. The 1920s wasn't just a technological shift, it was a gender revolution. This decade marked a massive surge of women entering the corporate workforce. They stepped into vital roles as stenographers, typists, and file clerks. Gregg and Pittman's shorthand became secret languages, allowing them to record a manager's speech at lightning speed before typing it into official letters. The typing pools, where young women worked tirelessly, opened the very first path to financial independence for them. Earning weekly wages, buying fashion, renting city apartments. Despite men holding almost all executive roles, these women permanently changed the corporate landscape. Look at their style. Incredible elegance and formality. Men always wore dark three-piece wool suits, stiff detachable collars, polished brogues, and hair slicked back with pomade. A gentleman of the era would never step out without a stylish fedora or straw hat. And the women? Chic drop-waist dresses, tight cloche hats, and fashionable Mary Jane shoes. No matter how hot the summer got, stockings were strictly mandatory. This formal look was the ultimate standard of the business world. And before cloud storage or computers, how did they manage millions of files? Everything was on paper. Thousands of massive steel cabinets held color-coded folders meticulously alphabetized. Accountants spent hours, fountain pen in one hand, cranking a mechanical adding machine with the other just to balance the books. A single wrong entry could ruin a whole week's work. A typical workday started at 9 a.m. and ended at 5 p.m. Many even worked on Saturday mornings. Yet, life in a 1920s office wasn't just rigid discipline. Lunchtime was a social break. Men visited local dining clubs, women gathered at tea rooms. And surprisingly, smoking was allowed right at the desk. A blue haze of cigarette smoke hovered over the room, with glass ashtrays on almost every table. The ceramic water cooler birthed the legendary water cooler talk culture that Americans still know today. It was where colleagues gossiped about silent movies or the latest baseball scores. Office life in the 1920s was tough, disciplined, yet full of charm and energy. It laid the foundation for the modern workplace we know today. Thank you for traveling back in time with Old Photo History. If you love exploring rare historical moments and uncovering secrets of the past, please hit that subscribe button, turn on the notification bell, and share this video with your friends. Your support keeps us bringing these iconic memories back to life. Thank you for watching, and we will see you in the next historical journey. Thank you for riding along with Old Photo History. If you love exploring the past with us, a small tip via Super Thanks would be a huge motivation, going a long way in helping us discover and produce even more engaging historical content.